Dealing with toxic people can feel like navigating a minefield. Their negativity, manipulation, and drama can drain your energy and erode your peace of mind. You've likely heard the common advice, just ignore them, stay positive, or cut them out of your life. But if it were that simple, we wouldn't still be searching for solutions. Typical advice often falls short because it doesn't address the root of the problem or offer practical, sustainable strategies. What if there was a way to not only cope with toxic individuals, but also transform how you perceive and react to their behavior? Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that offers profound insights into human behavior and emotions. While many people associate Stoicism with enduring hardships and suppressing emotions, it goes much deeper. Stoicism provides a robust framework for building resilience, maintaining inner peace, and mastering the art of emotional regulation. In this video, we will explore 13 advanced Stoic techniques to effectively deal with toxic people. These aren't your usual tips. We'll dive into strategies that are thoughtful, deeply discussed, and grounded in Stoic principles, yet practical enough to apply in everyday life. From fortifying your mental defenses to mastering the art of non-reaction, these methods will help you navigate toxic relationships with grace and wisdom. Let's embark on this journey to transform your interactions and reclaim your peace of mind. Recognizing and comprehending toxic behaviors. Before we can effectively deal with toxic individuals, we must first understand what makes someone toxic. Toxicity is not just about occasional bad behavior or disagreements. It is a consistent pattern of harmful actions and attitudes that drain the energy and well-being of those around them. Toxic people often exhibit traits such as manipulation, chronic negativity, narcissism, and a lack of empathy. They might thrive on creating drama, spreading rumors, or belittling others to feel superior. Recognizing these traits early can help us set boundaries and develop strategies to minimize their impact. By understanding the nature of toxic behavior, we can start to see these individuals for what they are, sources of negativity that we have the power to neutralize. In the following sections, we will explore Stoic techniques to fortify our mental defenses, maintain our inner peace, and navigate toxic relationships with wisdom and resilience. Strengthening your defenses. Dealing with toxic people requires robust emotional and mental defenses. One of the most effective strategies for protecting your emotional and mental space is setting clear boundaries. Boundaries are essential for defining what behavior you will and will not accept. Communicating these boundaries firmly but respectfully can deter toxic individuals from overstepping your limits. Another critical strategy is practicing emotional detachment. This doesn't mean becoming cold or indifferent, but rather developing the ability to separate your emotions from the toxic behavior directed at you. Visualization techniques, such as imagining a protective barrier around yourself, can help maintain emotional distance. Additionally, mindfulness practices like deep breathing and meditation can ground you in the present moment and reduce the impact of toxic interactions. Building resilience is another vital component of fortifying your defenses. One practical exercise to build resilience is the Stoic reflection. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on potential challenges and how you might respond calmly and effectively. This mental rehearsal can prepare you for real-life encounters with toxic individuals. Stoic practices play a crucial role in strengthening your defenses. The Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control is particularly relevant. Toxic people often try to provoke a reaction, but by concentrating on your own responses rather than their behavior, you maintain control over your emotions. The Stoic exercise of negative visualization, where you contemplate potential negative scenarios, can also build mental toughness and reduce the shock of encountering toxic behavior. Journaling is another powerful Stoic practice. Recording your thoughts and feelings about toxic encounters can provide clarity and help you process emotions constructively. Over time, this practice can enhance your self-awareness and emotional resilience. By implementing these strategies and Stoic practices, you can create a fortified mental and emotional space that shields you from the damaging effects of toxic individuals. This foundation will empower you to navigate toxic relationships with grace and maintain your inner peace. Becoming indifferent to provocations. Toxic individuals often thrive on eliciting reactions from others. By becoming indifferent to their provocations, you can make yourself less of a target for their behavior. One effective technique to achieve this is the practice of emotional neutrality. This involves training yourself to respond to toxic behavior with calmness and composure, no matter how provocative it may be. A practical way to cultivate emotional neutrality is through the Stoic technique of distancing. This technique involves mentally stepping back from the situation and observing it from a detached perspective. By seeing the toxic behavior as an external event that does not require an emotional response, you can maintain your inner calm. Another strategy is to employ the gray rock method. This involves making yourself as uninteresting as possible to the toxic person. By providing short, non-emotional responses and avoiding engagement in their drama, you reduce the reward they get from provoking you. Over time, they may lose interest in targeting you. Remaining neutral and unresponsive also means controlling your body language. Maintain a relaxed posture, neutral facial expressions, and steady eye contact. Avoid showing signs of frustration or anger, as these can fuel the toxic person's behavior. In real-life applications, consider how the Stoic philosopher Epictetus dealt with provocations. He advised focusing on what is within our control, our own reactions, rather than on the actions of others. For example, if a toxic coworker tries to undermine you in a meeting, respond with factual, unemotional statements rather than defensiveness. This approach not only preserves your peace of mind, but also demonstrates to others that you are not easily rattled. By mastering these techniques, you can navigate toxic interactions with greater ease and maintain your composure. The key is consistency and practice. Over time, becoming indifferent to provocations will become second nature, allowing you to protect your mental and emotional well-being effectively. Consistent calm responses. Consistent calm responses are a powerful tool for deflecting toxicity. When faced with toxic behavior, responding in a calm and repetitive manner can diffuse the situation and prevent escalation. This approach, often referred to as the broken record technique, involves calmly repeating your stance or response without getting drawn into emotional or argumentative exchanges. To implement this technique, choose a simple, assertive statement that addresses the toxic behavior. For example, if someone is trying to provoke you, you might say, "I understand your perspective, but I disagree." Repeat this statement as needed without variation. The key is to maintain a neutral tone and avoid showing frustration or anger. The psychology behind the consistent calm response technique lies in its ability to neutralize the toxic individual's attempts to provoke a reaction. Toxic people often seek emotional responses to validate their behavior or assert control. By remaining calm and unresponsive to their provocations, you deny them the reaction they seek, which can lead to a decrease in their toxic behavior over time. Stoic practices provide excellent examples of this approach. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasized the importance of maintaining tranquility in the face of adversity. He advised focusing on our inner peace and not allowing external events to disturb our equanimity. This philosophy aligns perfectly with the broken record technique, as it encourages consistency and calmness regardless of the circumstances. Another Stoic practice relevant to this technique is the principle of keeping things in perspective. When you respond calmly and repetitively, you remind yourself and the toxic person that their behavior is not worth disturbing your peace. This perspective can help you maintain emotional control and prevent the situation from escalating. Avoiding emotional traps. Toxic people often set emotional traps designed to provoke a reaction or manipulate your feelings. Recognizing these traps is the first step in avoiding them. Common traps include guilt tripping, playing the victim, and using inflammatory language to incite anger. By becoming aware of these tactics, you can prepare yourself to respond with calm and clarity. One effective technique for maintaining composure is the pause and reflect method. When confronted with toxic behavior, take a moment to pause before responding. This brief pause allows you to collect your thoughts, assess the situation, and choose a measured response rather than reacting impulsively. During this pause, remind yourself that the toxic person's behavior is a reflection of their own issues, not a judgment on your character. Another technique is to use neutral language and non-committal responses. Phrases like "I see," "That's your opinion," or "Let's agree to disagree" can help diffuse tension without escalating the conflict. This approach keeps the conversation from becoming emotionally charged and demonstrates that you are not easily manipulated. Practical exercises can also help you stay grounded when dealing with toxic individuals. One such exercise is mindful breathing. Practice taking deep, slow breaths when you feel yourself becoming emotionally triggered. This simple act can calm your nervous system and help you maintain composure. Visualization is another useful exercise. Imagine yourself as a calm, unmovable force in the face of the toxic person's behavior. This mental image can reinforce your resolve to stay grounded. Stoic practices offer additional strategies for avoiding emotional traps. The Stoic principle of dichotomy of control teaches that we should focus on what we can control, our reactions, rather than what we cannot control, the actions of others. By internalizing this principle, you can remain centered and composed, regardless of external provocations. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advised practicing premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. This involves anticipating potential negative interactions and mentally preparing yourself for how to handle them with grace. By visualizing and rehearsing your responses to toxic behavior, you can build emotional resilience and avoid falling into emotional traps. By recognizing and sidestepping these traps, you protect your emotional well-being and maintain control over your reactions. These techniques and exercises, rooted in Stoic philosophy, empower you to navigate toxic interactions with confidence and poise. Mastering non-reactivity. Mastering the skill of non-reaction is a powerful tool when dealing with toxic individuals. Non-reaction involves intentionally choosing not to respond to provocations, thereby denying toxic people the emotional response they seek. This practice not only protects your peace of mind, but also disrupts the toxic person's patterns of behavior. To practice non-reaction, start by developing self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers and notice when you feel the urge to react. When you recognize these moments, consciously decide to remain silent or provide a neutral response. This decision requires practice and patience, but over time, it becomes easier to maintain composure. One effective method for implementing non-reaction is to focus on your breath. When faced with a provocation, take a few deep breaths to center yourself. This simple act can create a pause between the stimulus and your response, giving you the space to choose non-reaction. Additionally, remind yourself of the long-term benefits of staying calm, such as maintaining your emotional health and avoiding unnecessary conflict. Visualization techniques can also reinforce non-reaction. Imagine yourself as a calm, immovable object in the face of a storm. Visualizing this image can help you embody the strength and resilience needed to practice non-reaction consistently. Stoic philosophers provide valuable insights into mastering non-reaction. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the importance of maintaining inner tranquility regardless of external circumstances. He believed that our power lies in how we respond to situations, not in the situations themselves. By internalizing this philosophy, you can better manage your reactions to toxic behavior. Another Stoic, Epictetus, emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. He taught that we should focus our energy on controlling our own actions and emotions, rather than trying to change others. This perspective aligns perfectly with the practice of non-reaction, as it encourages us to remain steadfast and composed, no matter how others behave. Reducing toxic encounters. Reducing encounters with toxic individuals is crucial for preserving your mental and emotional well-being. While it might not always be possible to completely avoid toxic people, minimizing contact can significantly reduce their negative impact on your life. This approach helps maintain your peace of mind and allows you to focus on positive and constructive relationships. One key strategy for reducing exposure is setting clear boundaries. Politely but firmly communicate your limits to toxic individuals. Let them know what behaviors are unacceptable and what consequences will follow if they overstep. For example, if a toxic coworker constantly tries to involve you in office gossip, you might say, "I prefer to focus on my work," and avoid discussing colleagues. Reinforcing these boundaries consistently can help reduce unwanted interactions. Another strategy is to limit your availability. If a toxic person frequently calls or texts you, consider not responding immediately or setting specific times when you are available to talk. By controlling your availability, you create a buffer that protects your emotional space. In social settings, you can also strategically position yourself in places where you can easily exit or avoid prolonged interactions with toxic individuals. Creating a healthy distance is also about choosing where to invest your time and energy. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people who uplift and encourage you. By prioritizing these relationships, you naturally reduce the time and attention given to toxic individuals. Engage in activities and environments that promote your well-being, such as hobbies, exercise, or community involvement. To avoid conflict while reducing exposure, practice the art of graceful disengagement. This involves politely excusing yourself from conversations or situations that are becoming toxic. Use phrases like, "I need to step away for a moment," or "I'm going to focus on something else right now." This approach allows you to exit gracefully without escalating the situation. Stoic philosophy supports the importance of reducing toxic encounters. Epictetus advised focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. By actively choosing to limit your exposure to toxic people, you take control of your environment and protect your peace. The Stoic principle of ataraxia, or tranquility, underscores the value of maintaining a calm and undisturbed mind, which is achievable by minimizing toxic interactions. Cultivating a positive support network. Cultivating a positive support network is essential for maintaining mental health and resilience when dealing with toxic individuals. Surrounding yourself with supportive, positive people can provide a buffer against negativity and help you stay grounded. Creating such a network begins with identifying individuals who uplift and encourage you. Seek out friends, family members, and colleagues who demonstrate empathy, kindness, and understanding. Engage in activities and communities where you are likely to meet like-minded people, such as interest groups, clubs, or volunteer organizations. Building these connections provides a foundation of support that you can rely on during challenging times. The role of community in maintaining mental health cannot be overstated. A strong support network offers emotional validation, advice, and encouragement, helping you navigate difficult interactions with toxic individuals. When you feel understood and supported, you are less likely to internalize the negativity from toxic people. Community involvement also promotes a sense of belonging and purpose, which are crucial for mental well-being. Stoic practices provide valuable insights into building and maintaining support systems. One key principle is the importance of surrounding yourself with virtuous individuals. The Stoics believed that associating with people who embody wisdom, courage, and integrity can inspire and strengthen your own character. As Epictetus advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. To maintain a positive support network, practice active listening and empathy. Show genuine interest in others' lives and be willing to offer support in return. Reciprocity is vital in any healthy relationship. Additionally, engage in regular communication and spend quality time with your support network to nurture these connections. Another Stoic practice is the use of sympathia, or the understanding of interconnectedness. Recognizing that we are all part of a larger community can foster a sense of solidarity and mutual support. This perspective encourages you to contribute positively to your network, strengthening the bonds that protect you from toxic influences. Emphasizing self-care. In the face of toxic behavior, prioritizing self-care is essential for maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. Self-care acts as a protective shield, allowing you to recover from negative interactions and build resilience. It is the foundation of your ability to handle toxic individuals effectively. Self-care is not just about occasional indulgences. It's about establishing routines that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Practical self-care routines, inspired by Stoicism, can provide a structured approach to maintaining balance and peace. One such practice is daily reflection. Spend a few minutes each morning or evening reflecting on your thoughts, actions, and feelings. This practice helps you process emotions, identify stressors, and set intentions for handling toxic situations calmly. Physical self-care is equally important. Engage in regular exercise to release tension and boost your mood. Activities like yoga, walking, or any form of physical movement can help clear your mind and rejuvenate your spirit. Combined with Stoic practices, physical exercise can enhance your resilience by promoting a strong mind-body connection. Another practical routine is mindful meditation. Stoic meditation involves focusing on the present moment and observing your thoughts without judgment. This practice helps you stay grounded and reduces the impact of toxic interactions. Allocate time each day for meditation to cultivate a sense of inner calm and clarity. To integrate self-care into your daily life, create a balanced schedule that includes time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. This could be reading, spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies, or simply taking breaks to rest. Prioritize these activities as non-negotiable parts of your day. Remember, self-care is not selfish. It is necessary for maintaining your ability to function effectively and respond to challenges with composure. Stoic philosophy underscores the importance of self-care. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often wrote about the need to care for oneself to be effective in caring for others. By taking care of your own needs, you ensure that you have the strength and capacity to deal with external challenges, including toxic individuals. Detaching from personal blame. One of the most challenging aspects of dealing with toxic individuals is not internalizing their behavior and blaming yourself for their actions. It's essential to understand that toxic behavior is a reflection of the other person's issues, not a judgment on your worth or character. Recognizing this distinction can help you detach emotionally and avoid personal blame. To avoid internalizing toxic behavior, practice self-awareness and self-compassion. When confronted with negativity, remind yourself that the toxic person's actions stem from their own insecurities, fears, or unresolved issues. Affirmations like, "Their behavior is about them, not me," can reinforce this understanding and help you maintain emotional distance. A powerful technique to detach from personal blame is cognitive reframing. This involves shifting your perspective to see the situation differently. Instead of thinking, "What did I do wrong?" reframe your thoughts to, "What's going on with them that's causing this behavior?" This shift helps you focus on understanding the root of the toxicity rather than blaming yourself. Stoic philosophy offers valuable exercises for maintaining perspective. One such exercise is view from above, where you imagine looking at your situation from a higher vantage point, as if you were an observer. This practice helps you see the broader context of the toxic behavior, making it easier to detach emotionally and recognize that it's not about you. Another Stoic exercise is the principle of dichotomy of control, which emphasizes focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. You cannot control another person's behavior, but you can control your reactions and how you perceive the situation. By internalizing this principle, you can maintain your peace and avoid taking on undeserved blame. Meditation and journaling can also aid in detaching from personal blame. Spend time each day reflecting on your interactions and writing down your thoughts and feelings. This practice allows you to process emotions and gain clarity, reinforcing that the toxic behavior is not a reflection of your worth. Letting go of the fixer mentality. One of the most liberating realizations when dealing with toxic individuals is accepting that you cannot change them. Trying to fix or reform a toxic person often leads to frustration and emotional exhaustion. Letting go of the fixer mentality allows you to redirect your energy towards your own well-being and personal growth. Accepting that you cannot change toxic people involves acknowledging that their behavior is rooted in their own issues and not something you can control. This understanding helps you release the unrealistic expectation that you can save or transform them. Instead, focus on managing your reactions and maintaining your boundaries. To shift your focus to your own well-being, start by identifying what makes you happy and fulfilled. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, whether it's pursuing a hobby, spending time with loved ones, or practicing mindfulness. Prioritizing your own needs and desires helps you build a life that is less affected by toxic influences. Practical steps to detach from the need to fix others include setting clear emotional boundaries. Remind yourself that it's not your responsibility to solve someone else's problems. When faced with a toxic person's issues, offer support without taking on their burdens. Use phrases like, "I'm sorry you're going through this," without trying to provide solutions or getting deeply involved. Another important step is to practice self-reflection and self-compassion. Reflect on why you feel the need to fix others and how this impacts your well-being. Understand that it's okay to care for others, but it's equally important to care for yourself. Show compassion to yourself by acknowledging your limits and respecting your own needs. Stoic exercises can further aid in letting go of the fixer mentality. The principle of amor fati, or loving fate, teaches acceptance of things as they are. Embrace the reality that you cannot change others and focus on what you can influence, your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. This mindset fosters resilience and inner peace. Meditation and journaling can also be effective tools. Meditate on the idea of acceptance and letting go, visualizing yourself releasing the burden of fixing others. Journaling about your experiences and feelings can help you process emotions and reinforce your commitment to focusing on your well-being. By letting go of the fixer mentality, you free yourself from the stress and frustration of trying to change toxic individuals. This shift allows you to concentrate on your own happiness and growth, leading to a healthier and more balanced life. Implementing these practical steps and Stoic principles will empower you to navigate relationships with greater ease and confidence. Knowing when to exit, recognizing when it's time to end a toxic relationship is crucial for protecting your mental and emotional health. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, the toxicity of a relationship can become too overwhelming and detrimental. Knowing when to exit requires self-awareness and the courage to prioritize your well-being. The first step in recognizing the need to exit is to evaluate the impact of the toxic relationship on your life. Ask yourself whether the relationship consistently brings more harm than good. Are you experiencing increased stress, anxiety, or a decline in self-esteem? If the negative effects outweigh any benefits, it may be time to consider leaving. Once you've decided to end the relationship, it's important to do so gracefully. Plan your exit strategy carefully to minimize conflict and emotional upheaval. Start by setting clear boundaries and communicating your decision firmly but respectfully. You might say, "I need to prioritize my well-being, and this relationship is no longer healthy for me." Be prepared for potential resistance or attempts to guilt you into staying, but remain steadfast in your decision. Creating a support system can make the process of leaving easier. Surround yourself with friends, family, or a therapist who can provide emotional support and guidance. Lean on this network as you navigate the difficult transition of ending the toxic relationship. Stoic practices offer valuable insights for finding strength in difficult decisions. The Stoic principle of preference without attachment teaches us to pursue what is good for us without becoming overly attached to the outcome. This mindset can help you remain resolute in your decision to leave, even when faced with emotional challenges. Another Stoic practice is the exercise of negative visualization. By contemplating the worst-case scenario, such as the emotional turmoil of ending a relationship, you can mentally prepare yourself for the challenges ahead. This preparation builds resilience and helps you handle the situation with greater composure. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of accepting things as they are and focusing on what is within our control. Apply this wisdom by accepting that ending a toxic relationship is a necessary step for your well-being, and concentrate on managing your own reactions and actions. By recognizing when to exit a toxic relationship and implementing strategies to do so gracefully, you protect your mental and emotional health. Embracing Stoic practices can provide the strength and clarity needed to navigate this difficult decision with confidence and peace. Practicing self-forgiveness. Practicing self-forgiveness is a crucial step in dealing with the aftermath of toxic relationships. Often we blame ourselves for allowing toxic behavior to affect us or for not leaving the situation sooner. Recognizing the importance of self-forgiveness helps us release these burdens and move forward with a sense of peace and self-compassion. Self-forgiveness begins with acknowledging that you did the best you could under the circumstances. It's essential to understand that being affected by toxicity is not a sign of weakness, but a human response to challenging situations. Reflect on your experiences with kindness and empathy, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and faces difficult choices. To practice self-compassion and forgiveness, start by treating yourself with the same understanding you would offer a friend. Engage in positive self-talk, affirming that it's okay to have made mistakes and that you are worthy of forgiveness. Remind yourself that learning and growth often come from challenging experiences. One effective technique for cultivating self-forgiveness is journaling. Write about your experiences, focusing on what you learned and how you've grown. This reflective practice can help you process emotions and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Include affirmations of self-worth and forgiveness in your entries to reinforce these positive messages. Stoic philosophy provides valuable exercises for fostering inner peace and self-forgiveness. The practice of amor fati, or loving one's fate, encourages embracing all aspects of life, including the difficult ones. By accepting your past actions and their outcomes, you can let go of regret and focus on the present and future. Another Stoic exercise is the reflection on the transient nature of life's events. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that everything is temporary, including our mistakes and regrets. This perspective helps to put past experiences into context, reducing their emotional weight and fostering a sense of peace. Meditation is another powerful tool for practicing self-forgiveness. During meditation, focus on letting go of negative self-judgments and embracing feelings of compassion and acceptance. Visualize yourself surrounded by a warm, forgiving light that heals past wounds and promotes inner peace. By embracing self-forgiveness, you free yourself from the emotional burdens of past toxic interactions. Practicing self-compassion and engaging in Stoic exercises helps cultivate a resilient and peaceful mind. This self-forgiveness not only aids in healing, but also empowers you to face future challenges with strength and confidence. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more content on Stoicism and personal growth. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay strong, stay resilient, and keep cultivating your inner peace.